What's up guys, Blade Master here. I'm going to be bringing you a lot of the battles that were recently fought in the VODCA Flash number 3, and I'm going to have to be quick about it because the new batch is going to be hitting in a couple of hours, I'd say. Well, I mean, judging from my Sherlock Holmes level sleuthing, it looks like pre-purchase orders will expire in 5.5 hours, so I guess it's going to take a bit of time. But I don't know, I mean, I'm not going to, base all of my hopes on that. So, this is a round 2 matchup fought between myself and Silverwind. I have taken the Western Roman Empire in this matchup. We are fighting in Omana, and Silverwind has taken the Vandals. Now, when I initially took Western Roman Empire, I wasn't really sure what I was going to do. I did play with a special build from the Western Roman Empire, which I've already covered in that video. It's called the Death by Defensoris build, which I played against Houseplant in a friendly battle earlier. And I thought the build did really well, so I was like, you know what, fine, let's try it. Houseplant was confused to say the least, but he decided to go Vandals. Now, it's going to be a very tough climb for the Western Roman Empire, no matter of what build you bring. Let's see, this is exactly the build that I talked about in the earlier video. 4 Funditores, 4 Scholae Palatinae, 3 Elite Palatina, 2 Carafractari, 4 Armigeri Defensores, 1 Noble Foederati Javelinman, 1 Levis Armature, and a Magister Militum General. With the Vandals, Silverwind has brought 4 total Noble Alani Cavalry, whom he has kept in the center, and they are spread in a very thin line. He's also kept 1 Royal Suebi Cavalry on either flank. He's brought a mix of Vandal Berserkers and Noble Germanic Swordsmen, which is an interesting choice, not bringing the Royal Suebi Cavalry. So it looks like 3 Noble Germanic Swordsmen on his left flank and 4 Vandal Berserkers on his right flank. Vandal Warlord General with a double experience chevron, and he's brought 2 Germanic Hurlers, 2 Germanic Bows, and 2 more Germanic Hurlers on his right flank. So he's got a massive skirmish advantage over me, and I'm going to fast forward and let the skirmishing take place. It's going to be a skirmish fight between, you know, a bunch of shitty troops. Let's use this time to talk about the buff given to bows, or the predicted buff given to bows. If CA doesn't completely screw that up, I think that could be pretty exciting, because that means Royal Persian Archers could potentially be good, or Archers could be good. You know, maybe even Elite Germanic Archers could be a decent pick as well. But they said elite bows, so yeah, it's not going to be applied to Ballistari and Elite Ballistari. They're going to be way too cost ineffective to bring in multiplayer as usual. Not that I'm really too mad about that, but yeah, I think that's probably going to be it. Like Step Shield Archers maybe would also get the buff. So he's pretty thoroughly destroyed my skirmish line here. I do have 1 Funditores left, and I'm just going to chase after his Germanic Hurlers. This is exactly what I wanted, basically. I mean, he's lost a lot of his ammo. One of his Germanic Hurlers are out of ammo, but this one full-strength Germanic Hurler still has a bunch of ammo left, which is a big concern. I'm charging in with my Funditores onto his pretty depleted Germanic Hurlers, getting some kills there. They're going YOLO. And he's going to charge in with his Noble Alani Cavalry, almost charged in. Actually feints his charge because I was pulling up with my Scholae Palatinae here. He doesn't want to get his much more expensive and much more worthy Noble Alani Cavalry to get caught in the middle of a cavalry blob and then get the Elite Palatina to charge in with their excellent melee defense, or sorry, melee attack. Again, feints the charge, pulls back. Both of us are being a bit patient, which is good in our attacks. I'm going to pop a Diamond Formation charge into the Germanic Hurlers and then crash into the Royal Suebi Cavalry as well. Scholae Palatinae do take quite a bit of casualties, but not nearly as much as they would in a regular engagement. Here, my Scholae Palatinae have taken a ton of casualties from his Germanic Hurlers and Germanic Bows. Still have to be patient with them. They are taking way too many casualties. That's insane. Here, Carafractari going to charge into his Noble Alani Cavalry. I pulled back my Scholae Palatinae at the last second, and now I'm going to get a second charge with the Scholae Palatinae and then bring my Elite Palatina here as well. Elite Palatina and Armigeri Defensores charging into this blob. The Armigeri Defensores taking some casualties from the side charge from those Noble Alani Cavalry, but of course I have my Noble Foederati Javelinman firing into the Royal Suebi Cavalry. I have no problems with letting my Scholae Palatinae, you know, die from friendly fire as long as I can kill his much more expensive cavalry. Here, Elite Palatina already charged in, popping Brace, and then bringing the Armigeri Defensores in here. The Noble Alani Cavalry is going to die very quickly, and I'm going to use that to bring out my Scolae Palatine as well, and then let them charge into this extra Noble Alani Cavalry. Meanwhile, the engagement on my left flank hasn't started yet. I got a proper charge on these Noble Alani, and they didn't countercharge, I think, and I'm going to bring this Armigeri Defensores. So it looks like the front, the middle of the battle is really going to go in my favor. Charging in with Scolae Palatine, going to take a ton of casualties there, but I'm also supporting with the Cataphractari. Here, Scolae Palatine got a charge in, but Noble Suebi Cavalry has got Vandal Berserkers support much quicker than my Elite Palatina. I also have this one Levis Armaturia here, which is really not doing anything. I completely forgot to micro them. Armigeri Defensores, 3 kills. The Scolae Palatine are dead. But a lot of his cavalry is engaged, and that's giving me more and more time to let my Noble Foederati Javelin men throw their javelins and kill off more of these guys. 57 kills, almost a single experience chevron, and they still have 6 volleys of ammunition left, which is a huge deal. Can definitely destroy 2 cavalry units if they were allowed to spend all of their ammo. But the Noble Alani Cavalry are going to charge into them. They get 66 kills, they get charged, but now they have the 32 weapon damage spears, which can get them quite a few kills in melee as well. Here on this flank, the Elite Palatina are going to just mop up house. They're going to definitely destroy these Vandal Berserkers and the Royal Suebi Cavalry. So I'm going to get a lot of high value kills with these Elite Palatina. I'm bringing up my Levis Armature. His Vandal Warlord charged into the rear of my Elite Palatina, so they're down to 53 men. I countercharged with my Magister Militum though, and I'm basically holding them in place for my Levis Armature to come in and start throwing their javelins. Immediately I'm going to pull out my General. It's looking very close at this point. My Noble Foederati Javelin got 79 kills, but now they are routing. And now he's got these extra units of Noble Alani Cavalry and Noble Suebi Cavalry, and it's up to my General to try and hold them out. Because if they rear charge these guys, I'm basically done. The Levis Armature, he uses a very smart move here, Silverwind. He engages them in melee, but that still means that some of them still throw their javelins. The Vandal Warlord is taking a ton of casualties. They've done very well, but they're down to 29 units. My Magister Militum made short work of the Noble Alani Cavalry and Royal Suebi because just simply too few units in those guys. And now I'm going to charge into the Noble Alani Cavalry as well. The Levis Armature is still held up in melee. These guys could have destroyed this Vandal Warlord so much quicker, but very well played by Silverwind, using his Germanic Hurlers and just sacrificing them for the greater cause. Elite Palatina down to 76 units, but got a lot of kills. He managed to pull out his Royal Suebi Cavalry somehow. The Germanic Hurlers have routed because the enemy general died. That's due to the high melee attack of the Elite Palatina and Armigeri Defensores. That beautiful combination of tankiness and aggressiveness from those two units that I really like. Magister Militum down to 37 men, but being the super tanks that they are, holding up these Royal Suebi Cavalry. Meanwhile, my Noble Foederati Javelin men have come back from routing. They have excellent morale, and they even have the discipline and encourage. So even if my Magister Militum died, I don't think they would have routed. Gotten 86 kills, going to destroy this Royal Suebi Cavalry. Sure, some of my Magister Militum are going to take some casualties, but they have way more units than the Royal Suebi, and at this point I need to kill as many cavalry units as I can. One more Royal Suebi Cavalry at 14 men left, and here of course we see the infamous Scolae Palatine, which I completely forgot about, as that's just chilling over there, that came back from routing. Armigeri Defensores, 197 kills with a double experience chevron. They've just done brilliantly for me here. And now with Frenzy, the Royal Suebi Cavalry are going to charge in, but it looks like they just got caught with, in their own men. Only Armigeri left. Double experience chevron, 115 kills against Noble Germanic Swordsmen, and the Noble Germanic Swordsmen themselves have done really well. I'm going to charge in with my Magister Militum against this depleted Vandal Berserker. Since they're due to their lack of armor and morale and mass and melee defense, they're just going to get slaughtered by my Magister Militum. Now he's just Rafflestormed through that last unit of Armigeri Defensores, charging in with my Noble Foederati Javelin men, giving my Levis Armature enough time to fire the 3 javelin volleys that they have left. It still is not enough. The Royal Suebi Cavalry pull through and then attack the Levis Armature as well, so they're going to get a decent number of kills from that. I also charge in with my Magister Militum. They've gotten 68 kills in a double experience chevron. They've been on cavalry duty even though they're a sword cavalry unit. But at this point, it's basically GG. I've lost this game. My Magister Militum down to 26 units against such tanky units in the Noble Germanic Swordsman, 2 Noble Germanic Swordsmen. And of course, there's this one Vandal Berserker here. I'm throwing my javelins, 54 kills with Levis Armature. They are doing pretty well, and they've still got 2 ammunition or 2 volleys left. But it's not going to be enough. The Vandal Berserkers are going to take quite a few casualties, and they're going to start wavering. But they're going to get into the rear of my Magister Militum. And once they get up in that ass, that Magister Militum is basically dead. So, no charge on these guys. They're just not going to do too well in melee against such tanky units in the Noble Germanic Swordsman. And with the rear charge from those Vandal Berserkers, it's basically GG time. Excuse me. Our general has fallen. This game is over. Except it's not. Because I still have this Cola Palatina here. And when we finished this game, and when both of us called GG, and we were like, oh my god, I completely forgot about this Cola Palatina. And I was like, oh my, if I just realized that I had this Cola Palatina earlier, I could have won this game. But I still have a decent chance because somehow it's still confident. I have no idea how, but it's still confident. So if I get a charge in, then I think I have a good chance of winning this game. Now, Silverwind has made a mistake here. He's popped shield wall, but he's put his guys in such loose formations that it really doesn't matter. I pop my guys into the thinnest formation possible, get a lot of kills on the charge. Yeah, holy shit, look at those kills. 61 kills. Oh wait, it was like 40 kills, 45 kills on these guys, and that's going to be it. Very well played to Silverwind, and somehow I managed to pull this game out of the bag and managed to get a Pyrrhic victory. Very, very Pyrrhic victory. Noble Foederati, Javelin and Levis Armature did very well, killing a lot of the enemy cavalry. Scola Palatine couldn't do much and didn't do much. Cataphractari did nothing. Magister Militum did very well, but the main MVPs of this game are the Armageddon Defensores. They got similar kills to the Elite Palatina while being so much cheaper, and that's just insane. Anyways, guys, that's the end of this battle. Hope you enjoyed it and stay tuned for more. Peace.